these tools in the hands of authoritarian regimes, because ultimately they're not bound by any law because they make laws with a stroke of a pen and no vote. All this stuff is happening behind closed doors. Even the Chinese models that you see are like rivaling the Western ones. The ones that are released open source, those are extremely impressive, but they obviously have stuff that is much better, and they're doing some really, really shady things with these tools. Is there ultimately any hope?
There is. I look at 4 different domains independently. First one is, what are the attackers doing? The second one is, what disruptive technology is out there that's influencing? The third is, I look at the victims. Are they doing something really smarter? And lastly, I actually look at the cybersecurity industry itself. This is the first year ever in all the years that I've done these predictions, a single element, a single aspect has dominated all 4 of those areas. And in this case, it's AI. Now, I've been predicting AI is going to be, both a challenge and a benefit for several years in cybersecurity. But when we're looking at 2026, every major change in our industry actually comes from something the attackers are doing. They're able to use disruptive technology first and in more reckless ways. They're able to determine who gets attacked, how they're attacked, what the targets are, all sorts of different things. And so the first prediction is about how AI is supercharging the attacker's capabilities. This is like a dream come true, because if you're an attacker, typically you are constrained by certain things. Well, AI allows you to do both. So this is the magic wand that they have been waiting for.
Just in the last few weeks, we've had 2 things happen. One is OpenAI's 5.3 Codex model for coding is the first model publicly that's been evaluated under the high-risk category for cybersecurity. Anthropic released the findings that Opus 4.6, their latest model. So this is becoming very real, very fast. And I think that's going to be obviously not just to social engineering, but to all attack vectors through AI. I think this is going to accelerate it.
I was reading a post the other day, a fellow researcher went out there and said for $6 and a few pennies, he was able to find a 0-day in a major commercial product. It cost him a few dollars. And vulnerability discovery is just the first piece of a 3-part chain. And we have AI tools that are doing that very, very well at machine speed.
Because you're going to use a guarded commercial tool that is offered by a Western company, but the attacker is running a bleeding edge Chinese model that's running on a supercomputer that's powered by 40,000 people on bicycles generating power because they don't care. Anything is allowed. Like, how do you compete against this?